Let's talk about burnout. This year has been so hard for so many people, whether you're dealing with burnout with your kids at home life, of just having people around you at 24/7, or you're burnt out at work, you're working extra hours, it's long, it's hard, you're stuck in the house, and burnout is real. Burnout is something that I never really struggled with until this past year, and I struggled with it hard. So I did a lot of research and thinking of what can I do? How can I combat this burnout? How can I fight it and get back on track and get back to my normal self? Because there were times where I didn't feel like my normal self, and it was hard and it was depressing and it was a really, really tough time for me. So I've done so much research on fighting burnout. And today I'm going to give you 10 tips on fighting burnout from my own personal experience, and then some that I've learned along the way and that I want to share along with you. So the first one is have separate workspaces and relaxing spaces. A lot of times we are working from home and we're like, heck yeah, I have a laptop from work. I can work in my bed. I can work on the couch, and I can work anywhere. I can work in my hammock, whatever it is. But honestly, that's going to make it harder for you and your brain to separate work from relaxing time. So have a dedicated space in your house where you can have work time. Even if it's just simply a desk or a certain table that you have, that is where you do your work. That is where you are setting up that time of, hey, this is where I work and this is where I relax. This is where I watch TV and veg out. This is where I sleep. So having that separation of relaxing space and workspace is really going to help. If you have an extra room in your house, if you have an office, that's even better. After you finish work, you can just shut the door and not look at it until the next time that you have to work. So having that separate space is really going to be helpful. Next is to brain dump. This is something that I started this past year, and it has completely changed everything for me. It's amazing how much brain dumping has helped me. And what brain dumping is simply of just writing down all of your thoughts, writing down everything that's up in your head, because honestly, our brain is created for creating. It's not created for storing. And so it thrives when we're able to have our brain space be meant for creating new things and thinking and processing and doing all that versus storing. When you're constantly saying, okay, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to call this person, I have to remember this, I'm stressed about this is bothering me. When you're able to brain dump and just put it all out on the table, just take a couple minutes and say, all right, this is everything that's going on in my head. I'm able to put it on paper. I actually have a couple of printables for you if you want to try them out. And I have a couple different options where you can just brain dump everything, or if you want to put them into categories and kind of create a to-do list off of them. I really personally will brain dump just everything, like to-do lists, ideas that I have for YouTube, things going on at work, things going on in my personal life with my husband, or things that are stressing me out, things that are bothering me, things that hurt me. And sometimes you just need to get them out on paper, and sometimes you just need to say, hey, this really bothered me. This really hurt my feelings. I'm stressed about this. And then when you just get it out there, you're able to let go and you're able to say, oh, okay, we're able to move on, we're able to process it, or we can say, okay, this is really bothering me, I need to make a phone call. I need to add that phone call to my to-do list, and I need to make it a priority. In one of the printables, I even have a section of what needs to get done today, what needs to get done this week, and then what's something that I can put off to the future or doesn't really matter, and I just needed to vent it out. Check out the printables. I really think you're going to enjoy them. They also have a gauge on how are you feeling today, so that you're kind of able to process it and say, okay, today I'm feeling overwhelmed. Today I'm feeling stressed. No, today I'm feeling great. Today I'm feeling good. So having this gauge, you can see where you're at through your day, and then you can see how you're feeling afterwards. Going along with brain dumping is practicing gratitude. This is something that is really important to do daily, and just to take a couple minutes of saying, okay, what am I thankful for today? Yeah, life might suck right now. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed, but I still have this to be thankful for. I still have a loving family. I still have food in my fridge. I still have a home. I still have a bed. I still have these things that I may take for granted, and other countries may not have these things. And even little things of, I saw something and it made me laugh. I was able to go on TikTok for 30 minutes and just check out and release, and it made me feel so much better. It brought me joy. I was laughing. I was kind of grooving while I was watching the dances. And that's something I'm thankful for. So having that gratitude every single day is important. Write it down. Write down what you're thankful for. I even have a section in the brain dump of what am I thankful for. Going along with the brain dumping printable, I also created some of morning pages or journal prompt ideas of, hey, this is what I'm thankful for. This is what I'm stressed about. This is someone I need to call. This is someone that I need to do whatever it is. And it really helps to kind of just organize your day and really figure out, okay, this is what's going on. This is how I'm able to practice gratitude. This is how I'm able to start my day off right. Having these journal pages really has helped me personally. I started using them like a week or so ago after I created them. And I really love how I'm able just to process everything and start the day fresh and say, okay, this is what's going on. Let me brain dump. Let me do my morning journal entry pages. And let's just start the day off with gratitude and take a deep breath while I drink my coffee. The next way to fight burnout is to find a release. Find something that you can do to let off some steam, to let all of the, I don't want to say bad energy out, but just all the tension out of your body, whether it be extreme like CrossFit or kickboxing, or maybe it's just going for a 30-minute walk a few times a week. Maybe it's just saying, okay, this is the me time. This is time where I can go for a walk. Either I can plug in and listen to a podcast or one of Kelly's YouTube videos, shameless plug, or maybe just sometimes go for a walk in silence and just think. Just have those thoughts processing of, okay, I need to do this, or hey, what can I do for this? A lot of times I go for walks at like 6 o'clock at night when it starts to cool down a little bit, but not really because I live in South Florida and it's wicked hot here. And I'll just go for my walks and be like, okay, I had this video idea, but I don't know how really to execute it. I don't really know what to do. And I'll just think and I'll process it. And halfway through the walk, I find myself emailing myself of saying, okay, do this and then do this and this point. And I am able to just relax. And a lot of times when you have that release, when you have that time where you don't have to focus on the kids, you don't have to focus on cooking dinner or whatever it is, you can just say, okay, let's just let our brain relax for a minute. And then it's amazing what happens when you actually do let your brain relax and you're able to just, it all comes to you. All the stuff that you've been holding in or that you have been having trouble processing, it's amazing what happens at that time. So also having endorphins. Endorphins are really, really helpful with burnout, and having that endorphin rush in your body, it's a natural relaxer. It's a natural way that your body is saying, hey, I'm tense and I need to get out. I need to do whatever it is. We bought a spin bike off of Amazon this past quarantine. I think we bought it in December. Yeah, it was a Christmas gift. And it was amazing. It still is amazing. And it's no Peloton. It was like $300 off of Amazon. I'll link it for you guys if you want it. Super cheap. But I'm able to put my laptop up on a little table there, a bookshelf, and put it on a free spin class on YouTube, or put on a show, or put on whatever it is. And I'm able to just sweat it out. I'm able to burn some calories, get a good workout in. And afterwards, I feel so good. The endorphins are amazing. So if you're dealing with burnout, even if you don't think that exercise will help, try it. Even if it's only for 10 minutes. Say you are out of shape and you are just struggling. That was me. When I first started on my spin bike, I could go for like 5 minutes. Like I used to be able to do 40-minute classes on my spin bike. That was a couple of years ago when I was in shape. Now I'm not in shape, and at the beginning I was only able to do 5 minutes. But I did 5 minutes, then 6 minutes, then 8 minutes, then 10 minutes, and able to work myself up slowly. I didn't push myself too much, push myself a little bit, but prioritizing exercise even when I didn't feel like it was really helpful. Especially when you don't feel like it, that's usually when you need it the most. Next is to start a hobby or side hustle. Find something that you can use to kind of check out of and say, hey, this is where I'm putting some focus in right now, and I want to put some attention so that I take the attention off of the stress. I take the tension off of the, this sucks. I'm not feeling myself. I'm feeling not normal and I'm feeling numb. I remember when I was in the deep of my burnout, and I was like, I remember telling Jamie, my husband, I said, I don't feel sad. I just feel numb. And I felt I was just existing and going through the day-to-day motions. And that's when I was like, okay, my burnout is real. I need to talk to someone. And I, at that time, poured into my side hustle a little stronger. I poured into my YouTube channel because I love serving. I love helping you guys. And that's a way that I can combat what I'm down about. If I'm able to pour into others, then I feel better about myself. So start a side hustle, start a hobby. And if you are stressed about money, if money is tight, then a side hustle is a great way to kill two birds with one stone. You're putting your focus into that side hustle to kind of take your mind off the other things, and you're bringing in some revenue. If you're wanting some side hustle ideas, I do have a free printable for you guys. It has 147 side hustle ideas, pages and pages of side hustle ideas. I guarantee that you have some skills that you didn't even know that you can make money from, that you didn't even think that that's a thing. So having this printable is really going to help you just to trigger those ideas of, wow, I'm really good at picking out grammar errors and misspellings and the Oxford comma or whatever it may be. I can proofread blog posts. I can proofread things for other entrepreneurs, and I can make money from that. I can make good money from that. So find a side hustle, get this download. It'll be down below in the description box, freedominabudget.com/side hustle ideas. And that's really going to help you just to think outside the box and earn some extra money. If you're finding this video helpful, please take a second to like the video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and telling them to push this video out to help more people. And if you're new, welcome to Freedom in a Budget. I would love for you to subscribe, join the family, hit the bell notification so you get notified every time that I upload, and then share this video with a friend. Share this video on your Facebook, on your Instagram. I know so many people that are dealing with burnout right now, and a lot of people don't want to talk about it. So share this video. Share this video with someone that may need it, or just in general that it could help a lot of people. Next is to get a good amount of sleep and eat well. When we're feeling stressed, when we're feeling down, it's so easy for us to not worry about sleep or not get to bed at a good time or eat. I know that when I went into quarantine, I was like, you know what? We're throwing the eating good out the window. I am home. I love baking desserts, and I made so many desserts. I made like zucchini bread and cheesecake brownies and all of this stuff that was not healthy, and I gained 20 pounds in quarantine. Yeah, I think it was more like 25. And when I went back and saw some old videos that I posted, I was like, whew, I look a lot better there. I look a lot fitter, and my skin is glowing more, and I could just see a big difference. And when we're down, when we're not feeling ourselves, we tend to eat, and we tend to eat the wrong things. So have something that is going to help you to eat well. Make sure that you're getting their fruits and vegetables. Make sure that you're having the good foods that are going to fuel your body. Whatever that type of food is, have those good foods, because that's really going to help you to feel better. Yeah, when you're having the cakes and the desserts and the chips and salsa and whatever it is, it's a temporary feel good, but then 2 hours later, a week later, you're like, well, I felt good for a couple minutes, but now my jeans don't fit. Yep, now I just feel like blah, and I don't feel good about myself. And I started back on eating low carb a month ago, really, and I have felt so much better. I feel so much more energy, so much more confident, and just better about myself of just eating right and putting good foods in my body that are benefiting my body versus just sugars and sweets and different things like that. So find good foods, eat well, make sure you're getting your sleep. Prioritizing going to sleep at a good time is really going to help you to fight burnout. The next way to fight burnout is to have a heart-to-heart with someone close. Have a heart-to-heart with someone that you trust, and you can say, hey, can we just chat for a little bit? Hey, I'm stressed. Hey, I'm feeling burnt out. I'm struggling, and I just need to talk to someone. I just need to let it all out and just to say what's going on, say what's on my mind, and really just let it out. It's amazing how much better you feel after you do that, whether it be a relative, a coworker, a friend, or even a counselor. Don't be ashamed of counseling. Counseling has gotten a bad stigma over the years, but really, we need to prioritize it. We need to say, hey, this is something that's really helpful. This helps me, and I'm going to start going to counseling. I personally started going to counseling this past year, and it has been amazing. I have benefited from it so much. And also just calling up friends, calling up people and saying, hey, this is what I'm going through. I'm struggling. And chances are they're going to be like, yeah, me too. Yeah, I felt those same things. And you're like, oh, I thought I was the only one. But when we're able to be open with our feelings, open with our thoughts, it's amazing what that can do. And sometimes you need to go to someone that's a little bit distant for you. I know that I can go to my husband for anything, but there's times where I need to talk to a friend. There's times where I need to talk to someone that's a little outside of the situation or outside of the household and just talk and just vent. And it's amazing how much better you feel afterwards of just getting it out there and just so I'm not crazy for feeling stressed. So I'm not just a wimp because I'm overwhelmed. No, it's normal. So find someone that you trust, that you can talk to, that you can just vent it out, and that's really going to help you with your burnout. The next way to fight burnout is to find a way to give back. Find a way that you're able to pour into someone. When I'm struggling in my business, when I'm not feeling it, when I make a YouTube video and it gets like no views compared to what I'm used to, I feel defeated. I'm like, I spent hours and hours and hours. It takes me about 8 to 10 hours to produce one YouTube video. And then if that video doesn't do too well, I get discouraged. And I'm like, well, that was a waste of a lot of time. And I made like $2 an hour for that time. So what I'll do is I'll actually reach out to people, or I'll have coaching calls and calls that I can pour into someone, calls that I can give back to them and say, hey, all right, this is how you can improve your situation. This is what you can do with your budget. This is what you can do with your business. And I'm able to pour into others, and it makes me feel amazing. It's so incredible of what happens when you give. I went on several mission trips in my 20s, and a lot of times they'll say that the mission trips, you get more out of it than the people that you're serving, because we feel so good about giving back, and it's so good for the soul. It's just an amazing feeling. So find ways that you're able to give back. Find ways that you're able to encourage people. I have even gone and said, okay, every single week, I'm going to email 5 of my coworkers just little words of encouragement, or just saying, hey, you mean a lot to me. I really enjoy working with you. When we worked on this project together, you were so easy to work with. You encouraged me. You made me laugh. I just really enjoyed working with you. And the responses that I get back from those are typically, you made my day. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. So just finding ways that you're able to encourage people is really going to help. Or even getting some cheap little thank you cards or little note cards of saying, hey, I hope you have a good day, and mailing out a couple a week or one a day or whatever it is, and encouraging someone in your life, encouraging them and saying, hey, I hope you have a great day. Here is a little quote, or here's a Bible verse, or whatever it is, but you mean a lot to me. You make me smile, and I'm so happy that you're in my life. Do you know what that would mean to those people? How would you feel if you received that in the mail and said, wow, they took the time to write to me? They could have chosen anyone, but they chose me. Even if it was just 5 minutes that they took, that still means so much of their thoughts and time and energy of just saying, hey, thank you. You mean a lot to me. So think of some ways that you can pour into others, and that's really going to help to combat your burnout. The next way to fight burnout is to take some time off. Take some PTO from your job and just get away. Just unplug. Say, okay, you know what? I'm stressed, I'm overworked, I have project after project after project, but you know what? Your company gives you time off for a reason. Your company gives you that time. Take it. I personally have been so guilty of rolling over my PTO from year after year after year and not taking it, not taking that time. But this year, I'm like, you know what? No. I'm going to take some time, even if it's just 2 days and I'm just sitting at home, or I'm working on my YouTube or whatever it may be, but take some time off. Go on a mini trip, go to an Airbnb and just unplug, or say, hey, I'm going to take a week off and just hang at the house. I'm going to do some house projects or whatever it is, but take that time where you can unplug, where you can say, all right, this is some me time. This is some time with the family. This is time that we're so busy. We got the kids in school. We got the kids at doing virtual learning. The husband's out. We're crazy. We're stressed. We're going to do some family time. We're going to go camping. We're going to do whatever it takes just to unplug and to have that relaxing time to recharge. So having those times where you can just relax and unplug is really going to help you to fight your burnout. Let's keep the conversation going. If you want to know what to do, if you receive a pay cut, if you got a job layoff, all of that, we received one early 2020. It was stressful, but we were able to work through it. I have a full video of what to do if you're in this situation. Check out this video here. And if you want to know 5 mistakes that new entrepreneurs make and how to combat them, check out this video here. No.